Okay, so I'm going to take it all the way back to day one, the day where I travelled to America, New York in fact. So we got into the airport, we went for some food, I had some macaroni and cheese I remember, but I couldn't really finish it because I felt quite sick and nervous because it was the first time that I was flying on my own and I knew I was going to be away from home for about 2.5 months. But yeah, so finished that up, went to security, my mum said goodbye, she was quite emotional, and then we went through, I had a nightmare as soon as we went in. Went through security and got to the other side and then realised that my passport and flight ticket had disappeared. Yeah, so it wasn't the best start, but I had to ask the security person because I'd left my ticket where you take your bag out and it's put on a tray, so I left it there. And I was still worried about my passport and I forgot that I'd put it in this black folder inside my bag, so I found that eventually, but that was all very stressful straight off the bat. But once we went through, I remember going to Yo Sushi, had some sushi and then waited for my flight so I could board. We'll fast forward, so I got on to the plane, got to New York, and I remember going to the border control bit, but you weren't allowed on your phone or listen to music or anything, and the queue was about 2 hours long, so I was just watching people in the queue whilst I was waiting to go up. I had my paperwork already, so it was just a case of waiting, and then they asked you a few questions, you show them some paper and you go through. And a Camp America woman met me on the other side. She was with someone else as well, so she got quite a few people, and I was just chatting to the other 2 people that were there. And then we went to a fast food place, I can't remember the name of it, but we were just there. We got some food and drinks because we were waiting for someone else, but their flight was delayed. So we didn't actually get to the hotel, the Camp America hotel, until about 1 in the morning. We went into the room, me and these 2 other boys, and there was already someone fast asleep in there. Thankfully I didn't have to be up and out until 3 PM, whereas someone else in the other room had to be up at like literally 3 hours since they got there, so they had to be up at 4 in the morning to get on a train in the middle of New York to get to their camp, so I was quite lucky in that way. When I woke up, the guy that was already asleep, he was also going to the same camp, and I became good friends with him. So we got up, went downstairs, got some breakfast in the hotel, and then we went to a shopping mall for a bit. We just got an Uber there, got some lunch there, we both bought a couple of t-shirts and came back, and then we were just waiting for the bus. The bus arrived and then we were off. Didn't know how long it was going to take. I think the ride overall was about 4 hours, but yeah, then we got to camp. It was really exciting. We got there and there were people cheering cheering the bus on, and you could see them out the window because there were already staff already there. I think it was the lifeguards, but they were all clapping and welcoming us all off the bus. We got off, took our bags off, and then went into a big hall where we were introduced to some of the key staff members basically, and then we had a little talk and stuff. Took our bags to the bunks where we stayed and then went to get some food, which was really nice because we were all very hungry. It'd been a long day of travelling. Yeah, once we chatted, we went to bed and then that was it for the first day. Then cut to the day after that, it was orientation week. I met the media team because that's what I was doing. I was working on the media team for camp. I met everyone else. Basically meet everyone at camp. Boys and girls camp still together. Me and the media people were taken to where the media room was, and we started setting up all the computers and all that equipment, and then we were given the task to film during orientation week, just to make our own sort of little videos to see basically where everyone's skill set was at. And then after orientation week, camp started, and then yeah, we just we went off with it. When the kids arrived, I found out which bunk I was going to be in, so I was in the bunk with the lower softs. There was I think there was 8 of them, and there was 4 of us lads in there as well. So that was funny, meeting all the kids on the first day. They were all really excited, getting to know their names and sort of what they enjoy doing and stuff like that. For the rest of camp, I was basically just running around. We would run all over camp, filming all the activities and then editing it together for their social media and their YouTube and stuff like that for the parents to see. It was really good fun though. Well, I saw all sorts of animals there. We had bears, deer, met so many people from all around the world, which was really cool. Made loads of Australian friends from just all over. I'll talk about the food. The food at camp was really nice, to be honest. It was really good. For breakfast, there was cereals, granola, fruit. There was hot food as well. Lunch and dinner. There'd always be pasta that you could have. An amazing salad bar. There was all sorts of food, to be honest. My favourite food in the morning was the smoked salmon bagels and cream cheese, because that's just my favourite meal. But there was absolutely loads of just different foods, and it was really nice. They kept you well fed and well hydrated as well, which is key because it was so hot. Once the kids had left, we then stayed for another week to carry on filming and editing things for post-camp, but it was mainly editing all the videos that we just filmed in that final week of camp. Well, the day I was meant to leave, we all went to Woodstock because it was so close to our camp. We went there to see Santana, the Doobie Brothers, and that was so cool. That was an amazing experience that I never thought I'd been able to do if I hadn't have gone to camp. So yeah, we had breakfast, we got off in the morning, then we got the bus back to New York. At this point I was on my own, so I'd already had a hotel booked because I was going to Florida to see a friend the day after. So I walked to the hotel, stopped off at Dunkin' Donuts because their iced mochas are just amazing. And then I got to the hotel about 12:30ish, and they said to me that I couldn't check in until 3. So I literally dropped my bags off, then walked straight to the Empire State Building, had a look at that, then went to Times Square, and I was carrying on walking down there to Central Park, met up with some more friends there. Then we caught a train we walked past Wall Street and then caught a train to Brooklyn. We went to a really nice place for dinner there. It was really nice, met up with the rest of the people from camp, and then walked the Brooklyn Bridge back, and I walked back to the hotel. Didn't get back until about 3 AM because we'd just been out all night. It was really good fun. We really made the most of being in New York. And then yeah, I got back, went to bed about 3. Then I was up at 6 AM to catch a train to the airport, then caught a flight to Florida, met my friend James, and then we went to stay on Disney for 2 weeks, which was really good fun. It's one of my favourite places to go.
They welcome you all to Walt Disney World! Oh, that's right here. Hola, señorita.
And we met up with some other people from camp there as well. Boys, 2 girls, and we were just in Disney for 2 weeks having a blast. It was so much fun. After 2 weeks in Florida, James and everyone else had left. I stayed a few more days with some friends, but then we were worried I might not be able to get back because there was a storm at the time, but thankfully the storm didn't hit Florida that much, and managed to get home. By the end of it, I had a full rucksack that was so crammed. I had a backpack and a separate bag that I was carrying as well. They were all full of just camp clothes, stuff that I'd bought there, and I was carrying so much, my back was killing me by the time I got home. Because I had to get a Uber to the airport, then caught a flight to another airport, then another flight, and then I had to catch 2 trains and then a taxi home. And it took about 20 hours to get home. It was crazy, but it was so worth it. It was so much fun. And then when I was back home, got back to the house about 3 PM, slept instantly because I was so tired from jet lag and travelling. And then as soon as I got home, I just passed out, woke up at 12, had a quick snack, went back to sleep and woke up at 11 in the afternoon the following day. and then made some more food and basically welcomed my parents back because they were away in Vietnam. So yeah, I came home to an empty house, and then yeah, that was it. That was my experience, and it was so good that I wasn't able to do it this year. But hopefully going to be able to do it next year, going back to the same camp with the same people, and doing the same job role, which was a media counsellor. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone that wants to do it. It's one of the best things I've ever done, and it's really cliche to say, but I met so many people, I learned so much, and I'm hoping that I can do it for many years to come. Okay, so I just realised when editing this, I haven't mentioned about the camp band that I was in. So I'm going to add some clips in here and just show you what I did in the band. That was probably one of the best things that I did at camp. It was so much fun. I also forgot to mention that if anyone does have any questions about camp or anything like that, just drop them down in the comments, and I'm happy to answer any question you've got. And yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and I might do some more stuff like this.
Matt, give us a wave.